Very, very, very good morning to you. If you are just tuning in with us, of course, we've been live for a couple of hours. It's lovely to be with you on this Saturday morning, Halloween time as well. So watch out for some spectacular fun in the shows, of course. And we are introducing, Rachel was on a couple of months ago with Jewellery Box. But if you missed those shows, let me now introduce you to lovely Rachel Smith. Good morning, Rachel.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm really good, thank you. And yourself?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. Very well indeed.
Good.
Lovely. Our first time working together.
It is our first time working together.
Yeah, first time. And you were saying you was on the show a couple of months ago.
First time, couple of months ago.
And
yes.
you enjoyed it?
Loved it.
And you've wanted to come back?
Wanted to come back. Got
good.
Some new products.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Some new techniques.
Lovely.
And a bit for even if you're a beginner and you've never done it before.
Perfect. Well, exactly what we want. That is great. Just for people that maybe missed your first show when you were on, and for me as well, obviously working together with you for the first time, tell us a little bit about how you got into jewellery making, where your passion is with this, and a bit about the business as well.
Yeah. Well, my passion really started from family connections with the Jewellery Quarter. And with my gran, I always used to love looking at her jewellery, and I think that's where the connection began with my love of jewellery. So gradually I started making my own jewellery, going on courses, learning more and more.
Yeah.
So what I do now is I have a home studio in my town,
yes.
Royal Wootton Bassett.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. Great.
I did teach there pre-COVID.
Right.
So what I do now is I teach on Zoom and I do weekly Facebook Lives. I have lots of lovely people that join in on the live.
I'm sure they're watching with you now as well this morning.
Yeah, I do hope so.
Good morning to you all as well.
Good morning to all of those lovely people.
Yeah.
And obviously I sell my own jewellery as well. And I do summer school at Marlborough College.
Wow, busy,
so I
busy.
teach teenagers and adults there, which is exciting.
We're in good hands then for teaching.
Hope so.
Oh, that's lovely. Well, listen, we were looking through what you brought, and we've got some absolutely beautiful pieces. And maybe if you've never actually done much of making of your own jewellery, of course, then this is the perfect time for you to start to go with. And these kits, by the way, we're looking at sort of your bead embroidery to work with. And first of all, I love the colours on this. There's one thing I said to you earlier on. They are beautiful. Now you're going to have all 4 colour options available to you that you can choose which ones you want to go for out of all of these, but you'll be spoilt for choice for the kit. So I'll just give you the colours that you're looking at here. This is your beautiful blue and sea green, and they work beautifully together on those colours. They are absolutely stunning. We'll go through all the options for you, then we can break down what you're going to get. Then we've got, and I think this is great, this is your hot pink and lime. Really vibrant, really, really powerful colours that work together. They really do look fantastic, which is lovely. Then we're working our way down. We've got our purple and hot pink as well. Absolutely beautiful. They are stunning. And just to add in, to finish off with, we've got our blue and purple option to go for as well. Now this is item, whichever one you want to go for, the item code is the same, 648941. Just choose which one of those you want to go for. So that's how they're going to look. These are the colours options you've got. What are we going to be getting in the kits for these ones then, Rachel?
So the great thing is with these kits is that there's everything you need.
Perfect.
Apart from just one small item, which is a little bit of glue to attach the soft backing on at the end.
Right.
And so you get your needle and thread. It's a specialist needle and thread for bead embroidery. Your seed beads, your crystals. You've even got your chain.
Great.
And you don't need your tools for the chain, because what I've done is I've pre-made it. I've got the catch on there.
Okay.
All you need to do, and it's all in the instructions, is you sew through one of the rings that's on there. So it's all pre-made. That's
perfect.
Chain for you.
And the length of the chain?
The length of the chain is 18 inches. 18
inches. Okay, lovely, fantastic. So everything is there. I like to say all you need is that little bit of glue just to attach the back part to go through, and that's, I think, what you've got there. But everything there as well. You've also got your like you say, your needles are on there. What's this part here for? What's this?
Now this is called beading foundation, and this is what you actually sew onto. And they're printed grid lines, so we sew within the grid lines to give that lovely sort of checkerboard effect with the beads. And it's a really nice solid foundation that you sew into.
Right, oh yeah, because it is quite firm, isn't it?
It's really firm, and then obviously you cut round the edges once you finish, but the step-by-step tutorial, so in the kit you've got written instructions, you've got your photograph instructions as well.
It's all there.
And it's suitable for complete beginners as well. You don't have to love sewing, you don't have to... Bead embroidery, slightly misleading title because it's not actually embroidery per se.
Right.
It's sewing with seed beads.
Got you. So all your kits comes with everything you need, as you heard, just a little dab of glue just to put that backing on, and all your photographic and all your step-by-step instructions, actually. Hot Pink and Lime is in the lead at the moment.
Oh, that's the one I've got on.
Oh, there we are. So it's in the lead at the moment, but there's time to change, of course, time to change. Now, what I would say is really fantastic prices, the beautiful colours, you can see that, clear step-by-step instructions and everything you need in that kit. Only £14.95. There's a nice long length on that, actually, so there's a real feature piece on the neckline, isn't it? So you've got your 18-inch chain, then you've got that lovely drop on the pendant itself. Again, item code 648941. Choose which one of those colours you want to go for, but they are absolutely beautiful. Now, speaking of beautiful again, and if you do like your rings, and you'll really love this, we've also got 3 colour options for you to go with on this. They are beautiful, these. Now, we've got kits in here, but each kit actually here, £12.95, but each kit actually makes 2 of the rings that we've got, isn't it? These are beautiful. I love this, actually. Really lovely. Now, I'm showing one here. This is the rose gold. We've also got silver that you can see, and we've also got your beautiful yellow gold to work with. So, do you have a favourite, by the way, yourself? You don't have to say,
as Leonie says, my favourite, I think, is the rose gold, actually.
Oh, right, OK, yeah, great.
I love them all, and I think a lot of it depends on your skin tone colour and what suits you best, or perhaps what other colour metals you wear most of all as well.
I think that, I love it. And again, is this quite difficult to create with the bringing together?
No, again, it's suitable for beginners.
Great.
It's a simple weave where you weave across 2 wires, and then once you actually form what I call a ribbon length, is we wrap up the ribbon length into the twists, and then you finally form the ring itself. So obviously you would need your tools to make this particular project. But once you've done it, you can adapt it as well. So, for example, the ring I've got on myself is I've got an amethyst. You could even make them into birthstone rings.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
As well, if you want to.
Lovely.
So you can adapt it. You can make it fuller as well if you want to, with more wire wrapping.
I suppose once you've got one under your belt and work with, again, you'll be able to, like, you know, that's the beauty of it, is when you make your own, you can play in all those as well, which is lovely. We've got my producer really is loving the silver, and silver is joint lead with the rose gold at the moment with these. Don't forget, you're getting enough to make 2 of those rings for you in that kit. 101480, only £12.95. We're going to be looking at how you make these as well on the show for you in this hour, so loads and loads of reasons for you to stay, where they are absolutely beautiful. Right, okay, staying with our wire kits. So this is your booster kit. So what's the theory behind this one then?
So the booster kits really runs across some of the other projects that you'll be showing as well.
Right.
So you've finished your projects, you've learnt the techniques, but you want some more materials.
Got you.
So this gives you the foundation to actually do more once you've bought the kits. Or if you're a wire worker and you just need some extra bundles of wire, this has a good selection of your base wires and your weaving wires in there.
Right.
And also the projects, for example, one of the orchids that we'll look at later, you can adapt it to things like glasses charms or candle decorations.
Oh, that's nice.
So you can use
lovely.
your imagination.
Yes.
It doesn't just have to be for jewellery. And this extra wire will give you the scope to make perhaps bigger projects or more projects or Christmas presents.
it could be one of those that when people see what you're wearing, go, where'd you get that from? Actually, funny you should mention that. I made it. I'll make you one as well. Yeah. So what are we looking at again for lengths on all these? We're looking at actually 39 metres of your assorted wire. So that is plenty of projects there, all in that booster pack for just £12.95. 344 392. So a great way, once you've already got the other ones under your belt, literally, go for these ones and you can expand upon that, which is lovely. Now, we've also got, if you enjoy doing what we have with the first items on the show with those necklaces, we've actually got the booster kit for you as well, with more your embroidery booster kits, so all your beads and all your accessories that you're going to be needing here as well, which is lovely. And again, you can make so many things. In fact, I'll just show you, I know we've got a couple more of these still to come up, but it's worth sort of showing with the wire what you can work onto and carry these on from the wire kits that we've got and the different boosters. But look at this one. This is one for the previous kit, but I was going to show you so you can sort of see all the differences that you can go on to make. Loads and loads of ideas. This is from your wire kit that you're looking at. Again, or just expand and make them on, but beautiful, beautiful pieces. If you want all your beads, by the way, you can go from your necklaces, and you've also got your earrings to add on to those as well. But if people notice what you're wearing, you think you can make it for them, you've got those fantastic options to go for. Two to choose from. You've got the spring, and you've got the summer, and you've got autumn, winter. £12.95. 680-488. Choose which one of those booster kits you would like to go for, but always good to get them while you can see them, because I think once you've started making your first piece, you'll definitely be hooked on those. So there's your booster kit to go for them. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Right. Now, we've just been having a look at for the booster, what you could do with the wire. Here is your chance then to actually go for the kit for the rose and orchid. I think these are beautiful.
Thank
these
you.
Really
They're
lovely.
so versatile as well with what you can do with the design.
Yeah. Simplicity again for this one to go for us to start in out for a late.
Absolutely. I think the wire work orchid in particular, it's actually, once you've got to grips with it, you can make these quite quickly as well.
Yes.
There's not a huge amount of wire weaving in it. There's wire wrapping, which is just wrapping around the petals and the stamens. So it's a very effective design that's also quite quick.
Right. It's lovely. I think it's because I mean, everyone's sort of talking about this in the studio as well, actually in the gallery, because I think it's because there's a nice openness about this. So whatever your skin tone is coming through on this, but it's a good size. It's not big and sort of over the top for that. You've got a delicacy about this, even though it's got a good size to the actual jewellery piece. Really pretty, and you're going to be getting everything you need in there, so all your little jewels in there, of course, was lovely. Now you can choose again from silver. You've got your yellow golds and your rose gold. Okay, so whichever one you're going to go for, enough to make two of those, which is lovely. Let's show you. Shall I show you actually in the the wrapped rose? Do you want to go for? Now I'll show you the different styles of what you can have. These are all the sort of kits I've got. I've got them all that you can see. You get the orchid and the rose, so just choose which one of the colour options you want to go for. But they really are beautiful, aren't they? 230679, use rose gold or your gold and your silver to choose from. 1895. They are beautiful, absolutely stunning. Really love those, gorgeous. Right then, let's work our way down. So some of your tools you may require. Oh, just put that one on there as well. We've actually got a set of 4 pliers that you can work from. So I'm just going to place the chain wants to take it off the top of the little display area there. There we go. Right, okay, so we're going to get 4 of your pliers. You've got the round nose, you can see here, you've got the chain nose, bent nose, and you've also got your side cutters. Now, this is getting complicated for me now. Tell me that this isn't complicated, Rachel.
No, it's not complicated. It's just, it's like anything, familiarity and getting used to it. But I take everybody by the hand in the instructions, and I'll tell you which pliers you need to be working with. So, for example, the round nose pliers, the first pair I think it was, those are for looping, for forming loops. That's simply what they do, but a crucial part. The next one is a good all-rounder for opening and closing jump rings. And actually getting precision work as well.
Chain nose, The
side cutters are obviously to trim off your wire, or there's the bent nose next. Now,
bent nose there,
the bent nose, sometimes people use flat nose pliers instead. So for those jewellery makers out there that would be familiar with that term, these are kind of in place of that. And
right.
I work with them regularly with wire work, because the tips, the bend of the tips, just get into all those nooks and crannies that other pliers don't get into. So they're absolutely, to me, they're an essential form of your toolkit. And there's your cutters,
and there's your cutters at the end.
Is again for trimming off your wires.
Well, you get the whole set of the 4 for this, which is a great price of $18.95. And again, it's like anything, isn't it? And the right tool for the job, of course, is crucial. We already speed things up for yourself. So don't delay. Get those ones there into your basket. 317858 is your item code for those, which is lovely. Now, if you want to go for a little bit of a start with the embroidery scissors, these are lovely, actually. We looked, these are really cute.
They're very sweet, aren't they?
Even if you don't do any embroidery cutting, have them on your desk. Just have them there, because they are gorgeous, these. They're really, really nice. Only $9.99, 922-504 for your embroidery cutters. But again, bit of style to work with, as well as being very, very practical also. But lovely, really lovely, those. Nice gift idea if you do know someone that, again, working with the embroidery. Lovely deal. 922-504. Now, of course, the website is the place to visit, all the w's.hochanda.com. Go and treat yourself. There's lots and lots and lots there, of course, to choose from. Now, actually, when you get those into your basket, when you get to the basket at the end and go to checkout, you're going to have a load of options that will be put in front of you that you may want to do. How about adding some of these? Look at this. No extra postage, of course, but you may want to add on to some of those that you'll find. Just to add them into your basket. You might want to go for the maybe your ring bundle to go for. You might the ring size that might be useful to you. You might want to pop that one in. You can see there as well. How about the beading mat you might want to work with? All of those, just add those in. No extra to your P&P, of course. So great opportunity. That's all on all the w's.hochanda.com. Right, so plenty to learn about in this show, of course, and it's lovely to have you company this Saturday morning. So I hope you got a nice brew. Sit ready and take advantage. So what are we going to look at to start with, Rachel?
Okay, so I'm going to be demonstrating the bead embroidery pendant. So I'm going to take you through the different stages and give you some top tips along the way. But obviously in the kit you've got the photograph and the written instructions as well. So I'm going to start first of all by showing you the foundation, and that's what we're going to work on first of all. Now you've got a size 10 beading needle in your kit, which you can fit all of the seed beads on. You don't have to be a real sort of pro sewer to do this. Even if you're not a great lover of sewing, it's still a really relaxing project. You just need to be able to thread a needle. So get your glasses
that's about as far as I go, I think, so that's good to know.
You'll be okay then,
okay,
Scott.
that's great,
yeah.
great.
So I've tied a triple knot right at the end, and I'm going to position my needle just inside of the circle. Right, I will get inside of the circle. There we go. And first of all, we're going to stitch on this 6mm bead, which is a Czechoslovakian pearl made by Precosa.
Very nice.
Which is very well known brand in the jewellery making. And we're going to anchor it to the other side. Now, I'm working within the just slight inside of the circle, because when you do the stitching either side, you need to leave way for the beads as well. Now what I'd suggest you do is you go back into the first hole and what we call reinforce. Now there's lots of terms that you'll hear used regularly in the instructions. Reinforce is one, which means that you go back through the beads you've just stitched on.
Okay, yeah. Makes sense, doesn't it?
It gives it a clearer definition in terms of a clearer line or curve, and it gives it a bit more stability.
Right,
so
yeah.
That gives us the foundation with which to work on.
Nice, lovely.
And then we're actually going to stitch by the side of the circle. Now you can come out anywhere It doesn't matter where you start. And I'd recommend that you actually work in groups of 3 or 4 beads. Now, I know it sounds a bit ridiculous, but I actually work on touch, because I know a lot of people might think, oh, I haven't got very good vision, I don't think it'd work for me. Well, actually, I don't go on vision with the seed beads. I use touch.
Oh, right, okay.
So I use the tip of my needle on these beading mats, which are available, and thread them on that way. It takes a bit of getting used to, but that way there's no strain on your eyes.
Oh, I'm all in favour of that.
Or you can get one of those super lamps that...
oh, yes, yeah. In fact, if they have got, that'd be perfect for these projects, won't it? Yeah, absolutely.
So I've laid down 3 seed beads there, and I'm just following that round the curve, and I'm taking a nosedive round the curve at the end of the last bead I've just added. Then I'm going to turn it over at the back, and I'm going to go push my needle through the last hole I've just made. Now that's called backstitch, and that's another term that's referred to in the instructions. And I'm going to push my needle back through the beads I've just done and add another group. And that really, that principle...
Once you've got that, yeah, okay.
Is really the whole of the instructions, apart from the tassels at the end. So once you've cracked that, you can do all of it.
Oh, lovely. That's nice.
So add in another 3 to 4, back stitch into the previous hole. And what the back stitch does is it brings you up at the start of the last group of beads that you've just added. Now, obviously, you get quicker with the project. The more you do, the quicker you get.
Of course, absolutely.
But obviously, as we're live on TV and you want to see as much as possible, I've got some before and after moments.
Lovely. Great.
So I'm just going to do a little bit more on that.
Do you find that there's a more of an interest as well since people have had a bit more time, sometimes through lockdown, etc.? I know you say do things, you know, virtually now, but find that people are going back to sort of working like this, or is there more of an interest spiking again?
Absolutely. I think it's really stemmed a lot of people's creativity. Also from a relaxation point of view, there's nothing like a good craft.
No, definitely not.
To relax and spend your time on. And I think also with the Facebook as well, I think I started doing a lot more regular Facebook lives, and I think people need that interaction. So whilst you can't see people, you really feel their presence, and it gives them new ideas. So I do a new project every week.
Oh, that's great. That is lovely.
And it's really fulfilling.
Because I would think also for something like this, I mean, because I love these, I think these are absolutely gorgeous, and I would also, I wouldn't know, I don't think it really matters really, because I don't know what age these are for, because I can imagine there's the younger end of the market, also to the older end of the market. There's something in these, I think, because there's a style, like you say, you've got the sort of the pearl, which is always more of your vintage sort of style of jewellery, etc. But you've got such vibrant colours that you've chose that work with these as sets. You know, with the hot pinks and the limes, for example, really on-trend, beautiful colours, but still with that style with the pearl feel.
This is it.
This is lovely. It's for everybody, isn't it? Great gift ideas if you're making it for someone.
I mean, for youngsters, adult supervision, obviously, but I think parents and grandparents and carers all know the abilities of their children. So I would never say, well, never say never.
No,
if that works for you. So as you can see, I've actually done an entire round on there.
Perfect, lovely, nice and simple.
And it looks a bit diamond-like in the centre.
It does actually, yeah, really, they do.
And what I would say is when you're doing your pattern is don't over-cram your beads, because when you over-cram your beads, buckling will occur on there.
Oh, I see.
So less is more. And once you've done that, another bit of reinforcing is you'd push your needle and you'd go all the way back round all the beads you've just done.
And the part that we're working at the moment, as you can see, is that central part which was done with that back in. So you've got that sort of the pearl there, then you've got the first of the beads going around, and that's the real heart of this particular project, you know. But I do like to say that I think you've got an 18-inch chain, you've got that lovely drop down. This is the blue and sea green we're looking at, by the way. And as you work your way down, but then I just love that you still got the drop with the other with the beads at the bottom.
Elegant,
really, really lovely, and it's got a sort of a bohemian feel with the colours and coming through the bit together, but with the pearl and that sort of that drop as well. Just want to show you the other colours as well while we're looking at these, because as we're going through with what Rachel's demonstrations are, just what you can see as well, you've got that beautiful, the hot pink and lime. And see, I'm really torn between which, but I really love the lime on this. I think it's really vibrant, really, really bright, lots of lovely colours coming through. I'm being told that Fiona would like this. You see, that's how my partner, I'm being told that she would like this. I think that's someone saying, go Scott, go get it for her, get it for her. Who knows, who knows. Then we've also got the purple and the hot pink as a combo. Again, choose which ones you got. They're all in the same item code, but whichever one you go for, they are absolutely stunning. Again, with that central section we looked at that was been working on at the moment, but then the drop down. And then we've also got the blue and purple to finish off with. Don't forget, they all come with everything included in the kits. Instructions and enough to make, you know, them really, really, really beautiful necklaces to go with these. They're stunning. Only $14.95. So I'm sorry to interrupt now. I just want to give people an update, because people pop in all the time on the show as well. So just see what we're making. Lovely.
The other thing I've just thought of, which is a top tip, is to actually, when you've got the foundation, just trim around the edges. It's actually a tip that I think someone that was watching my Facebook Live gave me.
Oh,
so,
right.
you know, we all share in these
absolutely. It's always a learning day.
Is to actually cut the corners off, because it stops your thread from getting stuck on the sides.
A simple bit of advice.
And it makes it flow much better. So talking you through to the next stage, we do another row of those diamond type beads.
Yeah.
And then we'd start on the grid. And this is where it will explain why we've got those crossed lines there. So you can bring your needle up at any point, but you want it to be on one of the lines, and probably about 1 millimetre away, so that, again, you're not getting that bunching up. You don't want it too close. What I'm going to do is I'm going to work one block of colours in this group, and then I'll change colours in the next.
Oh, okay. I got you, yeah.
I would suggest that you work in 3 to 4 beads at a time. In the pattern, I recommend 4 beads. But if you find that there's buckling that occurs, then just go to 3 beads. Now, in the pattern, it will tell you how many beads you need per block, per row, because you've actually got an additional 3 rows. You may find that the guidance I've given you may vary a little bit. And that's fine too, but you just need to make sure when you get to the tassels that you've got the right number on the tassels at the bottom. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm adding the beads, I'm doing this back stitching as well. So I'm just about to actually change into the next group. So can you see I've hit that line now?
Yeah, right, yeah.
So I'm going to switch over to the next group of beads. So in some of your batches, you might find that when you're adding 4, you might be adding 2 green, 2 blue. But it's all in the instructions, so that will take you through what combinations you need. And
I know that everyone will follow the instructions. Is there any other, if they need to contact, they can get in contact with you as well? If they've got any other questions at all?
Absolutely. Okay. All of my contact information is actually in the material.
Lovely.
In the kit. Email is probably the quickest way of getting hold of me.
No calls at 2 a.m.
No, please. And also, you know, if there's a little bit, if people are stuck with certain parts, you know, they can always join the Facebook Lives, and I can do a little demo in there, you know.
Lovely.
So you can see how that's building up. The other thing to mention with this as well is once you've built your confidence, like I say, whether you're a beginner with this, that's absolutely fine, it's suitable for beginners, or whether you've done a dab of bead embroidery already, but when you've built your confidence up, you can actually adapt the pattern to make earrings.
I'm going to say, I noticed you got the earrings as well to go with these. Yeah, they are lovely.
I thought the earrings would be a little bit, I mean, not for everybody, but for me, I felt that the earrings were a little bit too big in this format. But once you've built your confidence, you can just do less rows. And just, I think there's a sample on the top there with the booster kits. Because with the booster kits, you've got your earring hooks, your brooch backs. You can make it into a brooch as well.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
And with the earrings, I've just done 3 droppers. And I've just done, I think, 2 of the extra rounds instead. So it's very adaptable to doing it for brooches.
In different styles.
Yeah, you can add it as a bag charm as well. You know, if you've made one of the bag kits that you've got here from Hochanda and you want to add an extra feature on there, the
lovely
brooch
ideas.
back, you can attach
it could be
that.
where you want. Tell you what, time is flying. We're halfway through the show already. I know, Carol. Well, we had an email from Carol, isn't it, has come through. And Carol was asking, could you use a small embroidery hoop for working with this one rather than the heavy backing to bring together? Just in case, I suppose. I say
she's
loving
never.
the show, by the way. She says she's loving the show.
Thank you so much, Carol. That's lovely. Never say never. What I would say is give it a go. I think you might find that the fabric on the embroidery hoop may stretch a little for this project, which is why the foundation is particularly good for this project, because it's very firm.
Yeah, it is quite firm.
But I'm a great believer in you've got to try these things out.
Absolutely.
So
that's very true.
You know, if it works for you, please let me know.
yeah, but just not at 2 a.m.
Not at 2 a.m.
By email. That's Carol. Thank you very much indeed for getting in touch. Now I know we're halfway through, and there's a lot of from people interested. Well, the candle that we've got in front that you've got around there as well with the orchid, which is lovely. Is that something we're available to look at how to create, or with the orchid style too?
I've got.
Because it's beautiful. That.
I'm hoping that we're going to have time. We can press on. I'd like to demonstrate the ring as well. Yeah. But yes, I've actually got some pre-made orchids.
They are, they are beautiful.
Isn't it lovely?
Really lovely.
This, with the orchid pattern, obviously I think this one here is the one from the pattern, but you can just use the dimensions to just add an extra couple of centimetres on each time.
Really pretty.
To make them bigger and build in your Christmas colours.
Yes.
But absolutely, we'll aim to do a little bit of a demo on that.
I'll tell you what, then what we'll do is, if I go, I'll just give everyone a quick update, if that's okay then, as well. And I know you say you want to look at the ring and do the ring, so we'll have a go at the demonstration for the ring, and I'll give everyone a quick update. Thank you, Rachel. We'll let just Rachel set up for that one. Really lovely. As you mentioned again, of course, for these, the embroidery pendant to work with, you are going to get all those instructions. You can get in touch, of course, if you needed any other questions answered with Rachel direct, but those step-by-step instructions are all there for you to go for whichever one as well. At the moment, we're neck and neck at the moment between the blue and sea green and the hot pink and lime. But you've also got purple and hot pink to choose from, and blue and purple. Your projects here, just $14.95. They are beautiful. 648941. Now, there's also a lot of interest, and we're going to look at the demonstration on the rings next. But if you're not sure what we're talking about, if you're just tuning in, we've got rose gold, silver, and we've got our yellow gold. Enough here for your projects here for just $12.95. Make two of your projects here. 101480. Should we go put the silver on, because that will keep my producer very happy. She likes it. She wants the silver one, and it is beautiful, and it's got a nice height on it as well. Lovely look. But again, you will be making this as well. 101480. $12.95 if you want to go for those. There you got the yellow gold that you can choose from, and you've also got the rose gold. Oops, put that one on there as well. So you've got the rose gold, and you've also got the yellow gold to choose from. So the whole lot, whichever one you want to go for. $12.95. 101480. Love them. Now we've also got If you want to go for your boosters, of course, to get even more material to work from, of course, then this is here what you need. This is for your materials. So if you are working with what you've got and you want to make larger versions of, you've seen already, for example, around the candle, for example, then go for the booster here. Brilliant price, $12.95. They're looking at here as well. And if you've got the other kits, you've got the instructions, you just need the materials, and this is your way to go for that. $12.95, 344 392. To get huge amounts as well that you can see, which again work with all of your wire projects, and you can. In fact, we've got some of the. Let me just show something. I know we just looked at the orchids there. This is done from your wire as well for your projects, but really, really lovely, absolutely gorgeous. These, I think they're stunning. Again, go for large, go for your decoration, working with it as well. Maybe Christmas decoration of a real touch of class. But you'll need your booster pack for all of those. Also, if you are doing the, maybe you want to go for the earrings that you heard as well as Rachel was wearing, or you want to go for a larger design as well, and you want more of your beads, of course, to work with, then you've got your booster pack for the beads as well, the embroidery. You've got two options that you can choose from. You've got spring, summer, and you've got your autumn and winter, and there's loads in those packs for you to work from as well. 680-488, only $12.95 again. So great chance to get all those materials all come bagged up beautifully for yourself. In fact, in here, you've also got your shepherd's hook crook as well for the earrings if you want to do your earrings kit and to work from them. So they're all there. Just trying to hold that one up there. They are all there for you if you want to do your little extras and make the earrings to go with it. There we go. I finally got hold of one. There we go. 680-488. Now, the rose and orchid kit, we have got those for you. We've got three options for you, of course. We've got the rose gold, you've got your gold, and you've also got your silver. And these are the projects here that you can, I think these are absolutely adorable. They are beautiful. You saw the last one again that was wrapped around there on the candle, but there's something really delicate but beautiful about these. And I'm sure that when you get these home, you'll be so proud to know that you've made this, and you will get attention with it. You will get comments on it, and the lovely thing is to say that you've made it. Maybe if you are doing that for someone as a treat for themselves, then that is the one to go for. They are absolutely beautiful. So have I got one in the rose gold to show? Oh, the wrapped rose. There we go. Have we got the wrapped rose here that I can show and work with? There we go. And we got that. I've got it in the rose gold. I've tried to do a bit of both there. See, a bit of bring it all together. So you got 230679 rose gold, gold or silver, $18.95. Last but not least, don't forget we've also got the tools for the trade that you'll need, and this is the kit that will bring you 4 sets of your pliers. Everything in here. You've got the rounds, round nose. You've got round nose. You've got chain nose. You've got the bent nose, and you've got the side cutters. A lot of noses in there. 317-858 and at $18.95. And again, you will find those being referred to again with which tools to use for which parts of your project, all on your illustrated instructions. 317-858, just $18.95. And last but not least, of course, if you missed them yet, I think these are the most beautiful pair of embroidery scissors I've ever seen. Want to go for these? They're only $9.99 as well. 922504 is your item code. Really, really lovely for your embroidery scissors. Again, lovely to have anyone just out on display at $9.99. We've also got, we've not seen these yet, lovely beautiful bracelets that are on a pick and mix that you can go for. Go for any two that you want. So, of course, you're only going to get the complete kit on here as well for your beadwork bracelets. These are beautiful, actually. 175514. We've got the beadwork frill bracelet there, you can see, in the gold. We've got white and cream, red and gunmetal. There we go. That's a nice look, isn't it, as well? We've got turquoise and cream. And you've got your black and grey for your monochrome as well, and the beautiful blues. You can choose any two of those for that price of just £18.95. So really good deals. 175514, and loads of options when you check out your basket as well that you may want to add in for no extra cost to your P&P as well. Right, I tell you what, we are flying through. We've only got about 15 minutes left. I know. So we're looking at the ring now. Is that right? We're working on
very quick zap through the ring so that I can show you the candle.
Thank you.
As well. This isn't the correct length, but I just wanted to demonstrate the actual weave on the ring as well. And what the random bead is for in the pack. Now there's a 4mm, it's a hematite bead, Just the fact that it doesn't take any of the surface metal off while you're weaving, and it actually acts as a gauge for the width distance. So I would pop that on there and you would alternate each side. Now you've got the base weave is a thicker wire, or sorry, the base wires are a thicker wire, and what you do is a figure of 8. I've actually put that on the wrong side.
You've done that so that nobody else has to.
Yes,
remember
that's
that. That's why you've done that for a reason.
So we wrap 4 times round, and you want it a nice close wrap. Don't sort of wrap it so that you've got the lengths far spread. You want them nice and tight together. So you do 4 wire wraps, then you do a figure of 8. You'd switch your bead to the other side, but I'm going to just leave that to one side for now whilst I'm demonstrating. But what it does do is it gives you a nice, neat distance working up the weave. So in the instructions, it will give you the lengths that you require for cutting of the ring. So it shows you how you do the start part there. And moving on a fast forward is we would complete the weave.
Oh, I see, yeah, yeah.
Do not cut the tail off. It gives you instructions as to how much of a tail you actually need. And then this actually metamorphosizes into a rose. So we start with the bent nose pliers by actually turning that first of all. And then you start a twisting technique.
Did it once on a dance floor.
Yes.
Put me back out, never doing that again. This looks a lot easier, a lot less painful.
Well, hopefully. And then you keep wrapping that round. Sorry, I'm doing it very, very briskly so that you can see.
No, that's brilliant. That's
how
fantastic.
to do that. Yours would be much neater than that. That's just. But can you see how just that ribbon
already
band
come and taking shape,
has just become a rose? And then what you would do, this is to actually weave it together so that it doesn't catch and suddenly pull all of it out. So it'll give you instructions as to how to weave that wire in. But you'd bring it in the middle and you'd cross your wires over. And I'm just going to very quickly talk you through the next bit.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, lovely. Thank you, Rich.
So these mandrels are available.
Now, these are available, by the way, when they go to their basket, and when you check out, they come through as an option for you to add on.
And as are the ring sizes. Now, what you use the ring sizes for is you'd find the ring size that you need. Obviously, you can use the ring that you've got if you know already. Pop that on the mandrel. This is called a mandrel, and it's a shaping tool. And then what you would do is you'd pencil mark about 1 millimetre below that. Because you're wire wrapping, you're eating into some of the inner dimension. That's why you go down 1 millimetre. And then what you would do is you would wrap that around to form the ring.
The perfect size.
And then you would actually wire wrap the sides. This is very, very quick. You want to leave a length in there. Now, one of my top tips is when you're first getting used to this, the wires can slip when you're doing this bit or wrap over. You can use a little bit of masking tape on the back if you want to, just to hold it in place. I'm going to do it very, very briefly, but you would wrap that around the sides. I haven't done it very neatly there, but if I take mine off and show you. So you form the ring, and then what you would do is you'd pop it back on the mandrel because it's probably gone a bit out of shape, and you would hammer it. And the hammering actually work hardens and also shapes it.
Brilliant.
All right, so that really is a very quick brief.
Yeah.
Which hopefully will give us enough time.
No, definitely.
To
yes,
do the
exactly.
candle.
Just let people know then where the rose gold is in the lead, and everything that when Rachel was talking, I was going through step by step with the instructions, and they are exactly as Rachel's talking about. It is all there for you to go through, illustrated beautifully with the photos and step by step. Now, if you want to go for those, you've got your 3 options to choose from. Rose gold. Is it rose gold in the lead? Well, there we go. So that's our yellow gold that you can see there. Then we've got the beautiful rose gold that's in the lead at the moment. Still like the rose gold. And silver is catching up to go with. But again, I would go for a couple of these ones because I think probably different looks, different outfits, different colours will be called for. 101480 only for those as well. That will make 2 of those rings. One for you, one for somebody else possibly as well. Don't forget, we've also got the fantastic, I mean, they are brilliant, they are beautiful. We've also got the Orchid and Rose, by the way, that's coming up. We're going to show you that now, which was all put together, of course, what you were looking at, sort of the extended version of that, which was around the candle itself. But this is beautiful to go for. $18.95 for this one as well. 230679. Again, we've got 3 colour options for you. You've got your rose gold, you've got your gold, or your beautiful silver. So again, if you're wearing, actually, maybe you're making the ring from one of those, you want to go for the necklace to go with it, you know, really great way of just maximising all of those as well. 230679. How do we make this? I hear you cry. Well, don't cry too loud because we'll find out right now. We've got time. Have we done okay for that? Is that all right, Rachel?
Yes, we've got time.
There we go.
So
we've got about 8 minutes.
We're going to presume that you've made your orchid from following the kit. So what I've done is I've got them pre-prepared, and I'm going to show you some top tips that you can refer back to this video to if you want to put together the candle. Now, I've made 3 different size orchids. Hopefully we can zoom in on that.
Oh yes, yep.
And this is the standard size orchid from the kit. These are exactly the same. The only difference is you might need, for example, a big fat marker pen would do it to shape around this.
Oh, right,
or
right,
your
yeah.
ring mandrel, if you purchase a ring mandrel. So the techniques are exactly the same. The only difference is you adapt the sizes. Now, what I'm going to show you is how to actually make this centerpiece that actually gives you this wire, and that's how we attach it around the candle.
Right.
So I'm going to demonstrate that, and I've cut a length of wire. Now, the extra wire will be in the wire bundles, and you could always combine the 3 different colour metals as well if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these are my round nose pliers, and I'm going to make a spring or coil type look. Okay, probably about 4 there, and just twist it. All right.
Okay.
There's a little hole in the middle of the orchid, and that is going to go straight through the middle of the hole.
Yeah.
But in order to secure that in place, we need to put something else there. So I've got a crystal that I'm going to pop on the back, and I've kept my spare tail from the rest of the orchid, and I'm going to wrap that tail
I see. Yeah, it's going around
the bead.
Right, so it locks it in.
Locks it in place. So that's how you get those extra lengths. Now, the question is, how do you actually get that from this to this? So I will show you. How do you get it from this to this?
Now, it really is such a beautiful piece as well. It really is, Rachel. It's lovely.
There's a certain amount of improvisation required with this. So I've started with the smaller one, and I would actually lay them side by side and wrap the tails. So this is the first one, and I'm going to wrap that just literally around it. Now, don't cut off the excess, because what you can do with that is, if you've got a cocktail stick or a knitting needle, is you can make that a feature and just make a twist with it.
Oh, right, yeah.
All right, so nice. We've got our 2 together, she says. Maybe space them out a little bit more, but that's 2 together. And then I'm going to add the next one, lay that on top. This is the tail. Just pinch it with your non-dominant hand and wire wrap round it. Hopefully that's showing. But these nice little tails, like I say, are a feature. Make them nice and swirly. Like I say, cocktail stick or kebab stick, knitting needle. Just wrap it round there and you've got some movement.
That's really nice.
Okay.
Yeah. I see what you mean about the improvisation. Just to sort of create that, isn't it?
It's organic,
yeah.
But we love organic. So this is where we're at so far. And obviously you can adjust those to sit wherever you want them.
But and I love the fact, like you say, if you wanted to change the beads, or you added, if you've got extra beads already, you know, to add some of those in, so those different colours, if you're doing table decoration for a theme, for a certain colour theme you've got for a party or a gathering or whatever it is.
This is it, and it makes a beautiful Christmas present as well. You know, if you've got somebody that's perhaps got everything, you give them something that they won't have. The next little bit is I would add some beads on the straight part that you've got left. Hopefully that's kind of following so far. And then you've got, in the booster kit, you've got some fine wires.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because obviously you don't want these beads knocking around. You're going to have to stabilise them in some way.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would anchor the fine wire. You can cut the tail off after. And then just wrap across each bead. The first one's going to be difficult. Whoops. So you're wrapping over the beads. Okay. Just do one more and then I'll refer back to the other one.
And I would imagine, in fact, with a lot of your projects as well, actually, on these, Rachel, you've given us some really good and clear instructions how to start with the initial thing. But I'd even say that probably on the jewellery side, from the necklace, if you want to expand and add your own little personal twist to something, again, once you've got your basically put into place for people, people can play with these and expand on them, can't they?
Lost some beads.
Oh, did we lose a bead then, did we? See, it happens to the best of us. See, that's lovely.
And then the way, if I turn it round, so let's pretend we've done all of our beads.
Yeah.
How do we anchor it from one side to the next? Well, what I would do is I would overlap it with the flower and I would make a hook.
Oh, right, yeah, okay, yes.
Yeah.
I see.
So I'd probably loop it or even do one of those swirls.
Like a sort of swirl, yeah, yeah.
The little swirls. So if we just go back to this one, hopefully you can actually visually now see.
You can see where we've linked and
we achieved that.
Yes. That is lovely. That's really lovely, lovely, lovely. And again, I mean, I'm really taken with it actually as a pendant as well as a necklace. I think it's lovely, as you know, from that side as well. But it's so nice to be able to sort of expand upon that and make those the bigger things as well, which is lovely. Really, really popular. Thank you for that one as well.
Pleasure.
The rings, by the way, are proving very, very popular. A lot of people are loving the rings to go with these ones. Don't forget, in that kit, you've got enough to make 2 of those. Rose gold is still in the lead at the moment. It is there, but it really is a very, very, very beautiful ring as well. 101480. 12.95 is enough for 2 of those to work with. You've got the silver and you've got the yellow gold as an option to go for. But again, if you're going to go for the rose gold with any of them, or you're going to go for the silver or any of them on all of them, or even the yellow gold, you've got some really lovely pieces of jewellery to work with. Rachel, our hour has come to an end. Can you believe? I know, it really has. Thank you so much for coming through to this year and demonstrating and bringing your beautiful jewellery that you made. Do you know when you're back with us at all?
I don't yet know.
We don't know yet. We don't know what's happening.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah, hopefully soon, most definitely, most definitely. But it's been a lovely hour. Thank you so much, Steve. And again, if you do want to be in touch, of course, you will be able to find Rachel there, as well. All the kits and all the explanations, of course, are online, and look out for it on social media to make the most of those. And of course, you do get all the kits, all come with those instructions. But as you've already heard from Rachel, you can also contact again with the details on email if there's anything else that you need some help with the support. And the lovely thing is, it's nice to know that if you get on with these projects and you really start to fly with them and you really enjoy them, if you do want to go for those booster kits, it's a great way of making sure you've got enough materials to expand on those, or end up making more for other people, quite possibly, because they say they love that. Where'd you get that from? Leave that with me. I'll sort your Christmas present out. So for Rachel and myself for this hour, thank you very much, Steve, for your company. But don't go anywhere. We've got even more coming up on the other side this Halloween Saturday morning. See you in a minute.